In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NBA game happening on May 22, 2025, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game, so 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NBA game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Oklahoma City Thunder. The Minnesota Timberwolves are gearing up to face the Oklahoma City Thunder on Thursday night for Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. The Thunder took control of the series early with a dominant second half showing in Game 1, cruising to a 114-88 win. They comfortably covered the 7-point spread as favorites and will look to do it again at home before the series shifts to Minnesota for Games 3 and 4. The Timberwolves came into the playoffs quietly. Not many had them pegged for a deep run, but they've only dropped 2 games so far en route to this series. They knocked off the Lakers in the opening round and followed it up with a win over the Warriors in the second. Offensively, they've been solid, putting up 108 points per game while shooting 46.5% from the floor and 35% from 3. Those numbers are good enough in most series, just not in this one so far. The Thunder entered the postseason as favorites to come out of the West, and they've backed that up. They swept the Grizzlies in the first round and followed it up with a resounding Game 7 blowout win over the Nuggets, 125-93. In that one, Oklahoma City Thunder hit 49% from the field and went 1-2 for 3-9 from downtown. The turning point was a massive 39-20 second quarter, and they piled on another 65 points after halftime to lock in their trip to the conference finals. Odds makers haven't moved much since Game 1. Oklahoma City is laying 7.5 points again. My biggest red flag for Minnesota is their lack of consistent offense outside of Anthony Edwards. He's been streaky during the playoffs, and when he disappears, it's hard to see where else the points come from. That's a brutal spot to be in when you're going up against the league's best defense. If Oklahoma City Thunder locks down again, Minnesota could easily stumble on offense just like they did in Game 1. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City's offense is still rolling. They rank 4th in offensive efficiency in the postseason, scoring 115 points per 100 possessions after finishing first in the regular season. They've been money all year, going 58-33-4 against the spread, and they haven't slowed down. The Thunder's bench is deep, and that constant pressure is a nightmare for opposing teams. That'll likely be the difference again in Game 2. The Timberwolves have leaned on just 2 scorers throughout these playoffs, and they can't count on Julius Randle going 5 for 6 from deep again. Edwards was limited to 18 points in Game 1 as Oklahoma City Thunder rotated defenders like Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Alex Caruso, and Casson Wallace on him. That kind of defensive depth lets Shai Gilgeous-Alexander conserve energy for offense. Oklahoma City Thunder also pushed the pace hard, racking up 12 fast break points to Minnesota's 0. The Wolves let a golden opportunity slip away in Game 1. They should have built a bigger lead when Oklahoma City Thunder started cold, but instead, the Thunder chipped away and only trailed by 4 at halftime. That gave them all the momentum. To make matters worse, Edwards had to deal with some sort of injury scare, spending time in the locker room before returning to play his worst quarter of the postseason. The Thunder came in full of confidence, and they'll know that protecting home court in Game 2 is crucial if they want to keep the upper hand. A slip-up would give the Timberwolves a chance to swing the momentum. Minnesota's been solid for bettors in the playoffs, going 7-3 against the spread. The Thunder haven't been as sharp, sitting at 4-7 against the spread in the postseason. These 2 teams split the regular season series 2-2, which suggests this could be a tighter contest than Game 1 indicated. Still, home court advantage matters here, and the Thunder are rightly favored. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will need to carry a heavy load again, especially if his teammates go cold like they did in the Nuggets series. But it's their defense that's gotten them here. It's what fueled their 68-win season. Even though the spread's a little fat, I think Oklahoma City Thunder is more than capable of putting the clamps on Edwards again and cruising to another win. This team has been tested already, and now that they've taken care of business against Denver, the path looks smoother. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander might even get honored with an MVP award before tip-off, and I expect the Thunder to rise to the occasion. As our first pick for this matchup, the Oklahoma City Thunder to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. You can't expect much when your best player barely touches the paint. That's exactly what happened to the Timberwolves in Game 1. Anthony Edwards only attacked the rim once, just one layup attempt, and the rest of his shots came from distance. The result? Minnesota took 51 three-pointers and only made 15 of them. They'll need a completely different approach in Game 2. Julius Randle was the lone bright spot, dropping 28 points on 9 of 1 shooting, including 5 threes. He was responsible for a third of the team's made shots from deep. Turnovers also killed them. They coughed it up 17 times, compared to 12 for the Thunder. Oklahoma City has to be thrilled with the Game 1 win. Historically, 16 of the last 17 Western Conference teams that won Game 1 at home have gone on to reach the NBA Finals. The Thunder defense didn't dominate early, but it tightened up when it needed to. They forced Minnesota into tough jumpers and shut down the paint. Offensively, Oklahoma City Thunder exploded in the second half, outscoring the Timberwolves 70-40. Coach Mark Daigneault probably won't change much for Game 2. Whatever the Wolves tried, the Thunder had an answer for it. I expect the Timberwolves to come out aggressive this time. They opened Game 1 with an 8-0 run and then completely lost their edge. It's hard to imagine them taking 51 threes again. At least it should be. With the total now sitting 6 points lower than it was in Game 1 and a likely bounce back from Minnesota's offense, we're probably looking at a more productive night on that end. Game 1 went under simply because the Timberwolves could only muster 88 points. That's not likely to happen again. They're averaging 106 points per game in the playoffs, and some of their role players are due to step up. The Thunder will keep pushing the pace. It's what they've done all year. They've got fresh legs, athletic depth, and a fast tempo that wears teams down. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's ability to draw fouls and rack up free throws also helps keep the scoreboard moving, even when the clock's not running. The over has hit in 11 of the last 16 matchups between these teams in Oklahoma City Thunder, and that trend should continue if Minnesota can hold up their end. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.